Hello and welcome to Week 10. In this session, we'll break down Alpha Maverick's performance, volatility regime adjustments, and the key risk management decisions that shaped the week's outcome. Let's dive into the analysis. This week, we analyzed the behavior of Alpha Maverick during Week 10 in a longer video than usual, allowing for a more detailed look at how the system reacts to market conditions. The week begins with a volatility level within the algorithm's normal operating parameters. However, despite these seemingly favorable conditions, no trades are executed on Monday. This lack of activity is part of the system's operational discipline. Alpha Maverick doesn't operate simply because the market is open. It only operates when statistical and structural conditions are aligned with its operational regime. Activity only begins on Tuesday. And even before the start of the trading day, we observe a significant increase in market volatility. This new version of Alpha Maverick was specifically prepared to better handle these events. One of the most important changes is that the system does not react immediately to every signal generated. In environments of increasing volatility, reacting too early can lead to entries into unstable areas of the market. For this reason, the entry point becomes dynamic. When volatility increases, the algorithm automatically shifts the expected entry level. This happens because wider movements require more room for the trade to develop without generating unnecessary noise. This shift away from the entry point acts as an additional layer of protection, helping to reduce the probability of entering the market during an excessively fast movement. At minute 148 of the video, this behavior can be observed exactly. The entry point appears significantly further away than would be expected in a normal volatility environment. This dynamic adjustment allows the system to avoid abrupt movements and reduce potential drawdown amplitudes. As we progress through the video, we also see that volatility continues to increase. At minute 2 Jans, it is possible to observe that the volatility indicator is already close to the limit from which Alpha Maverick simply stops operating. This limit exists because the system was designed to operate only within certain market regimes. When volatility exceeds certain levels, the probability of erratic behavior increases significantly. Instead of forcing trades under these conditions, the algorithm prefers to reduce activity or even remain completely idle. Another important element of this new version is how the profit target is adjusted. In theory, higher levels of volatility could allow for greater results. However, when volatility is at an increasing stage, the risk of rapid reversals also increases. For this reason, the system partially cuts the expected profit factor, opting to exit positions earlier. This behavior helps to capture favorable movements while reducing the risk of unexpected reversals, something quite common in market regimes marked by uncertainty. This logic was extensively tested before being implemented. In previous weeks, particularly in week 36, this new behavior was analyzed in detail, and the results demonstrated a clear improvement in the strategy's stability. One of the main benefits observed was a significant reduction in the amplitude of drawdowns. That is, the system maintains the ability to generate consistent returns, but with a more controlled risk structure. As the week progresses, Alpha Maverick continues to apply these rules of dynamic adaptation, balancing exposure, volatility, and risk management. We then arrive at Friday. As usual, this day includes one of the most relevant macroeconomic events in the market, the non-farm payrolls, or NFP. Events of this nature often introduce abrupt and unpredictable movements. Therefore, before high-impact macroeconomic events, Alpha Maverick adopts a conservative stance. All trades are closed before the indicator is released, avoiding direct exposure to the extreme increase in volatility that usually accompanies this type of announcement. This approach is part of the system's core philosophy: capital preservation and rigorous risk control. At the end of the week, the overall result remains positive. Week 10 ends with a gain of 7.80%, maintaining a consistent performance trajectory. During this period, the recorded relative drawdown was 4.42%, a fairly controlled level considering the increasingly volatile environment observed throughout the week. This behavior reinforces the evolution of the new version of Alpha Maverick. With improvements in volatility adaptation, dynamic entries, and adjustable profit targets, the system demonstrates an ever-increasing ability to navigate different market regimes while maintaining discipline and consistency. If you have any questions about the strategy, the risk model, or the performance breakdown, feel free to reach out. You can connect with us across our social channels and official communication platforms for deeper insights, weekly updates, and educational content. And if you're looking to better understand regime-based trading and structured risk management, our community resources are available to help you learn more. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.